South Omaha is grieving tonight. A woman who spent years lifting up her neighbors is gone. Shanda Kohler died suddenly at 51 years old.
Our Brenna Kiefner shows us how her fierce love for her community will never be forgotten.
For years, Shanda Kohler was the sound of hope in South Omaha. A mother, a daughter, a sister, the heartbeat of a community. Now gone.
And she just wanted to make sure that no matter who you were, that you mattered and counted.
Shanda ran the Facebook page, We Are South Omaha. More than 4,000 people follow it. When a neighbor's wheelchair was destroyed in a hit and run, Shanda launched a GoFundMe. When families couldn't pay rent, she found help.
It's just people knew that if they could call Shanda on We Are South Omaha, she's going to help you.
That compassion came from her father. He founded the South Omaha Brotherhood Crew. When he died, Shanda carried on his mission. She became the voice of people who felt forgotten.
She helped whenever she could with what she could.
But last week, Shanda got sick. Family said influenza A took her life within hours. Even in her final Facebook post, she tried to warn others.
Like her last post on her page, she just stressed everybody, the flu, it's really bad right now. Make sure you get your flu shot, and I'm just so afraid for people because it's really bad. And then, she succumbed to it. Like, it's just.
South Omaha lost its champion.
No more calls. It's just like your whole world can change in an instant. And there's just no going back.
But Shanda Kohler's legacy lives on. In every person she helped, every neighbor who knew someone cared, Shanda Kohler gave everything to this community. And South Omaha will make sure her work continues. In South Omaha, Brenna Kiefner, First Alert 6.
A GoFundMe was started to help support Shanda's family. If you'd like to help, you can find the link on our website, firstalert6.com.